Here are 5 categories that I think are kind of important for men's fashion for this upcoming 2025 winter season. All right, so first category, starting from top to bottom, is going to be shoes. So this is kind of what I would be sporting, just a little bit of like a different kind of different things. So I have 2 pairs of nice cowboy boots that I like to layer with different outfits. Mostly if I'm dressing up, I'll wear my non-nicer ones, and then I have another nicer pair. I also think some canvas shoes or some skater shoes are also pretty important. This is how my brain thinks. Sometimes I like a bulky shoe for some things, sometimes I like a regular shoe for other things, but these are what I think. Skater shoes. Get yourself some Ugg boots, some moccasins, just something, bro. Lounge around the house, super comfortable. Category number 2 is going to be pants. These are a baggy pair that I like. Obviously camo. Camo's pretty in the season, as everybody I think knows. The pants I'm wearing right now are pretty baggy. These are some cowboy coat Wranglers that I like to wear with my boots. And then I'll also have some nylon ones when I go hiking and stuff like that. It just kind of depends on the weather and everything else. But I definitely think some baggy and boot cut jeans are super important. Category number 3, to start with the base layer, I think a thick 8-ounce plus shirt is super important. A thick t-shirt is going to keep you warm, so you can throw over a hoodie and not be super hot. You don't feel like you have to not wear a shirt under your hoodie. Just another different option. Obviously, long sleeves as well. This is my favorite long sleeve. I have a motorcycle that has flames, so I have flames all over it. Thrashin is one of my favorite brands, companies, and YouTube channels, so I have a lot of inspiration with them. Long sleeve shirts, thick t-shirts, a must. Fourth layer on top of that, and jackets. So I have a kind of a wool jacket right now. Chore coat is also really awesome. And then also, so another Stilly Vintage heavyweight hoodie. Heavyweight hoodies are really great. They feel great. You can wear like a thick shirt and then a heavy hoodie, and then kind of pick and choose and change how, if it's warm inside, if it's cold outside, you can kind of layer accordingly and still look pretty good, in my opinion. Also, like I said, camo is really in. So like another Stilly Vintage camo piece. It's got some pretty cool embroidery on the side there. Like I said, great stuff. And then the last category is going to be headwear. Obviously, I'm wearing a vintage hat. Vintage hats are freaking sweet. I like vintage 5 panels. Nothing with the seam down the middle, not for me. So some Stilly Vintage foam hats, some foam truckers, some pretty cool. And then obviously we have Stilly Vintage beanies, but I'm not trying to do Stilly Vintage everything. So a beanie like with a print on it is pretty cool. With embroidery on it is pretty cool. Just something like, I don't know, like a skull cap. A skull cap beanie. Cuff ones are cool too. Just kind of like whatever you think works. That's what I think is important to me for this upcoming